All right, so back to this. Let's see. I guess I just need to be a bit closer. Again, I'm still having the issue. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in either the last True Route um recording that we did, which would be, I don't even remember which part was. I think it was like 40, 41. But yeah, and that one, and then again the last Civ recording that I did, to where I had again sound, or I guess to where I was like, again, the last actual part before again I needed to kind of put a hold on that and wrap that up uh at school again, which was no sound obviously, but again I needed to prioritize True Out, so that was what came of it. But again, in the last, at least at some point during those recordings, I mentioned how they changed it to where the meeting bar no longer shows up. So that's something to where I need to actively be on it and not on the screen. So, but yeah, now that I'm looking at it, seems like audio is fine. So I guess don't need to worry about that. Just admin stuff, right? Technical issues, making sure that's all working, especially since, again, those last two recordings of Civ I didn't have sound. So simply because, again, I was at school. So not going to do sound, just going to play through and finish the game, which I did not really going to commentate on that. Maybe I make a separate video. Yeah, maybe I make like a separate video or something, but I don't know. We'll see. That could be later on, I guess, but that's not really that important. What is important is that, again, I wanted to get this started. So that's why I was like, and again, in the last True Out video as well, I also talked about my plan for a winter break. So don't really need to go over that now. That's the whole reason I did it. Because besides finishing up at least the story related aspects to True Route in Act 4, right, I was also able to get that out of the way. So don't really need to go over it now. So again, with that out of the way, that Civ out of the way again, I may just do a separate video. I may not. We'll see. And then honestly, probably not. Or maybe I do. If I do, it would be today. And it would be just like a short, like 15, 20, 30-minute video, right? Tops. But yeah, again, obviously that kind of takes a backseat to what I want to do, which is again getting into now, right? Because yeah, this is, I mentioned even in the previous True video, this is my last True break. So this is the last opportunity I'll really have to record what I want. So stuff like that's taking a backseat, and I'm doing what I want to do and what I want to record. So yeah, there's that. I think with that's out of the way, that all said. And again, that includes the afternoon evening recording, which is going to be Insurgents, but I'll talk more about that when I start up that recording. For now, I think I want to focus on this. So so yeah, there's pretty much that. I don't think I've anything else to say. Again, I'm going to save all that stuff for their respective recordings and just go into and then just go into what I want to do now for this recording. So I guess so there's that. But again, as I mentioned in the True Out recording, specifically at the end of the last part, which I laid over my plans for winter break, right, in my schedule for that. That's something that where, again, I originally said, because this goes back to even the end of summer, but even that Thanksgiving break recording, I think even then I said I would do Encore, but it wasn't until, simply because I didn't plan on playing Plus, but it wasn't until because I think it was the week before Thanksgiving break. I think I played through the initial part of DDLC Plus, and I'll get into this, but then that kind of made me realize I could actually record this, because I went into it completely blind. I didn't know what it would be like, and I'm about to show this here. But again, that's something to where after playing through the initial part of it, that made me realize I could actually record this. And it was late enough to where I put it on hold, obviously wrapped up True Out during Thanksgiving. But again, put it on hold and said that could be the first thing I do during winter break. So yeah, there's that. And again, that's why I'm doing this now, starting this now. So I guess I'll quickly just go through DDLC Plus, right, to explain that, because again, I am partway through it, but not in the, because again, I'm not sure if you're watching this, if you know about it or if you played it. But again, me going in blind, I didn't know what to expect for Plus. So it was it makes sense what they did, but it's something that I'll need to explain. So first thing to note, I guess, is it's on Steam, right? You gotta pay however much. I don't even remember how much it was. I think it was like $5-10. And then, yeah, so it's a Steam app. So it's not like DDLC where you can do it either Steam or non-Steam. It has to be Steam. So, and I think they have it on like console or whatever, but like, I don't know why you would do that to get it at that point. Right. Steam is just the most convenient. So and that's the only one I could actually record on. So that's what I did, obviously. But yeah, so there's that. And then again, you get this browser launcher, right? You actually get some loading text before this, but this was the first thing I was able to capture a zoom. So you get this browser launcher like this, right? With this logo and the login. You click login, root, logging in, right? Then you get here, the Metaverse Enterprise, right? It even has time at the bottom. So it's like its own mini browser, right? Basically. So like this is kind of like the base for which you can do things out of in terms of for DDLC plus. So like that's the best way to view this like Metaverse Enterprise thing is like a fucking as like a browser in a like again kind of like the base for the game where you can do stuff out of, right? And so obviously looking at the left side, because that's where everything is, the only thing on the right side is the fucking 1:40 p.m. But on the left side, you have DDLC, right? And then in order to even unlock this and unlock also the side stories, you need to play through the whole of DDLC. You also, I don't think it's necessarily required you get the good, or you do have to get the good ending to unlock all the side stories. So when I originally played through, I actually didn't get the good ending because I forgot how to and I just fucked up. So I did my original playthrough, got some stuff unlocked. Then I went back, did the good ending. I'm not going to go bother going back through because, again, I played the original game however many years ago when it first came out. I even recorded it. So I already had knowledge of it, though, which was funny enough because, like, I had watched someone else play through it. So it wasn't even really like a real because I already knew what was going to happen. It was just like playing through it, right? I did get some unique low probability, low chance events, though. So that was kind of interesting. But again, besides that, that's off topic. But yeah, so you play the original DDLC, right? It's literally just the original. So again, first time I played through, fucked up, didn't get the good ending. Then I replayed through it again, got the good ending, and that unlocked all the side stories. Not going to click this, but I will click on side stories. And again, obviously here you say the side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6, try running poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes. So that involves, again, going all their routes, thus, like the good ending, right? So obviously you have, all 6 and they're each in 2 parts. So you have trust part 1, trust part 2. And again, I haven't gone through these yet. This is the whole, in these side stories, this is the whole reason why I held off recording, or I made the decision to actually record plus. Because as I was playing through the original DDLC, because again, you don't even see this browser when you're first going, right? You don't even see this Metaverse Enterprise solution, the browser. You just are going and thrown into the original DDLC. So that's why I'm like, is this literally just a copy? I played through the whole thing, fucked up the good ending, and then I got thrown to here, saw the side stories. I only had like 1 or 2 of them unlocked. Then I went back, did the good ending, right? And then got all 6. Because again, I viewed everyone's poems, different characters, right? So again, that's something to where it's like, yeah. And then obviously 2 parts for each. You can see I haven't done them yet. And then seeing all this side story stuff, right? That's what made me decide to hold off, that's what made me decide that would be hilarious is if this crashed during this video. But that actually would be pretty fucking funny. And I'd have to go through this whole explanation again. But again, that's what made me decide to record this and then the hold off. So I've been holding off until now. So then you also have files. You have some files. If you want to reset DDLC, you click reset. Then you have like this stuff. And then you have the character files, obviously. So yeah, this is actually Natsuki, Sayori, Yuri. So no Monica. So this is a completed. Then you have the actual game files. But what's actually interesting and even saves, what's interesting are these internal files. And again, this is more so I don't know the extent of this, but there's some just the name metaverse, right, kind of implies that there's some sort of like meta, like as in the original DDLC, the meta was, act 2, 3, 4, right? With, whatever was going on then. The meta for plus has to deal with the fact that, again, we have this browser that we're seemingly is a base that we're playing this game out of. But ultimately, there's more to it than this browser, this metaverse, right? Because you go to files, you see internal, obviously internal meaning within. You have note insecure directory, right? Scratch this. Do not use it to store sensitive primitive things. And you can access files in encrypted. File share copy them here. Supposed to drive product directly into the thin client. Do not copy them here. Re is working on setting up a proxy mail server so we can have proper remote communication without having to worry about higher ups. Keep everything offline until then, Paula. So this is literally like just like basically like just again intro stuff, and then you have backup, and then meeting notes one, right? Update development, new task, test case, genetic mile server time optimization, automatic data collection, presumably based off of this browser. Data mitigation, encrypted file, VM2 Roblox, VM2 don't even know what these stand for. Ideas, visual renders, audio, VM environment, persistent variable tampering, timestamps, persistent group patterns, no excessive server time, need mean over. You know who went too many tangents today? Probably Reerv, Charla, or whatever their names were. Need more serve without staying focused. Then you have just test file text copy, disposal drive to thin client. Then you have like system, which is shoot. I actually never. I don't think you can even open any of these. I never actually tried, but then you have you also have files in here. So I think there is one in here, or so you have like 3 sets, right? So you have. I found one of them in here, I think. So yeah, there's like files in all of these. I only ended up checking fully through the 0 one, but I remember finding one file. So then you go to 02, 020. I think it may have been 022 was, or well, I guess that's wrong. But in one of these, there was a secret file because it's just like all these fucking different file types. So 03. Oh yeah, meeting notes 3. Oh, all right. Text. So I wasn't even shoot. Oh, I just clicked way off. I thought I was able to open this earlier. Unknown error. Okay, so maybe it actually isn't. Maybe it's actually a fucking I swore I was able to open this. So 0 on. Let me. I should write this down because I swore I was able to open this earlier, but when I was because I went through all of the 0 ones and then I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. So yeah, let me keep track of this. 0, 3, 0, and that's meeting notes 3. So I don't know why. And then I think that was the only one within 0, but I'm gonna go. What's it called? And I swear I was able to open these. So I was in 3. So 040, right? And then again, what I'll do is I'll probably go through all of them on my own time. Again, I only went through one set and then I'm like, okay, wait, this is way more than I thought. So I'm like, just straight up not going to do it. So yeah, so this is all of the 0 ones. So within 0, it's only 030, and that's meeting notes 3. And I swore I was able to open it, like actually unironically, but like I thought I could open it. So I don't know why I'm not all of a sudden not able to now. I swore I was able to open it because then you realize like, okay, yeah, then you have fucking, or you have even more. So I didn't even go through, or I did go through. So then you have again, and you have it for all of them. So I didn't go through the rest, I don't think, or I think one of them had a special one just right off the rip, I think. So was it? I don't know. For whatever reason, I thought one of them had a special one right at the beginning, but yeah, I was just wrong. But again, so I will go through all those on my own time. Not going to do that now. But again, so you have that. Then you have mail. Oh yeah, and then I've Laster. Have a nice weekend. I'm on leave the rest of the week. Contact Ravi. If you need to schedule server time, I expect my job to run for a few days since we collect so much data this week. How about we rearrange Reen to discuss results when I return? Untitled mail group do not use. Shouldn't have sent it there then, dumbass. December. Oh shit, what date? Okay, never mind. It's okay. Okay, because it actually is. That's actually fucking hilarious because it's December 9th, 2021. And I was like, wait, is it based on our day or something? But no, it just so happens to be the date, December 9th, 2019, 1206. I was like, that's actually kind of, and then that's the senior engineer. So you have that in mail. Pictures, we can go through all the pictures, right? You can even customize the background. So like set wallpaper, right? Like you get all these images by doing stuff, right? So like, again, and it even says like, yeah, it says how you get them, right? So these are all base. Again, finish the poem game in 20 seconds or less. And I got this one by spam clicking through the Monaco one, right? Then you have a select the word kawaii during the poem game. Sayori's, and then you get all the and then obviously you get all the poems you unlocked. We're missing 3, but I think those 3 are for what's it called? They're for Yuri and Natsuki if you go their route up until the 3rd day, and then you don't, because that 3rd poem is different depending on if you go their route or not. So these 2 I don't know. These are because these are all extra, or I think they may be hidden poems that we hadn't gotten. So yeah. Again, and like even this one says, yeah, acquire all Yuri's other poems. So one of these is probably for Natsuki, one's probably for Sayori, I don't know. Then you have these pictures, right? Same deal. Like all of these are CGs, and the rest of the CGs, because these I assume I just haven't gotten in like the base game, right? These are probably you get from doing extra stuff, the side stories. These are probably base game related. These are probably side story related. The secrets are obviously base game related because these are like secret poems and stuff. Backgrounds, these are probably side story related because I know I got all the backgrounds in the base game. And then again, you get extra sketches, and it's actually, and same with promo stuff. Yeah, these are just like chance, like the word horror, delete manga for a second time. I didn't even know this was because yeah, I only ended up doing what's it called? Honestly, I don't even know if I can even stream this because this is all like paid content. Well, I guess I don't care anyway, right? So, but again, it's actually funny because that's something to where it's like I assume there's something for a 3rd time, but I'd have to go back and do it all over again. So, but yeah, and then what's interesting to me the most in because I was, in case you haven't known, right? I was considering buying the DDLC like fan pack for the original game on Steam, but I never ended up doing that, right? Like it never ended up happening. So I just straight up, because I think when I originally considered, it was like a thing where it's like, yeah, I just didn't have like my own fucking, it wasn't a shared account. So it was a shared account. It wasn't just my own personal one. So it's like, then I'm taking funds out of a shared account for that. So, but it's something where it's like, since then I've been concerned, I just never got around to doing it. But I think this is what comes in it. So it's something where like, I'm glad I didn't, because I could get all this cool stuff anyway from the plus version, which also has more content in the form of side stories. So you get like, again, this, right? And then yeah, you get some other cool stuff. So like again, this was originally Natsuki's. So yeah, this was this was Sayori's, this is Yuri, this is Maka. This is actually interesting. Like this is saying like it was originally supposed, this is how Act 3 was originally supposed to be. That would have gave me such a headache if this was actually fucking if this was actually how that ended up, how that POV or angle was. Then you had this, and again, so they changed Natsuki's because yeah, so she looks to the right, but everything else is the same. And yeah, this is Sayori's original sketch. It doesn't look that much different, but I guess she looks more like a boy here, but I mean, like she does anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then same with here, you have the sketches, right? And then same here, you got a Nazi. So this was original. So definitely more like, so black eyes. And again, these are like the uniform designs. So obviously none of these ended up happening. So they went with the one they did. But again, stuff that's also interesting in terms of like the pictures. Music, not going to bother. Settings, just, yeah. And then you have this data collected number, 58%. And then, yeah, what that kind of gets into is, again, whatever meta stuff is going on with the Metaverse Enterprise Solutions, right? The browser base that you're playing this game out of, you've got these files with these emails and these like notes, right? You got this data collection number. They already got 58% of my data, so they have a majority. But that's something where you have, I'm not even going to bother looking into that, right? I'm just trying to record the side stories here. But anyway, I've already wasted 20 minutes because yeah, I'm not going to bother because then I'd probably need to like actually start like digging through files and stuff like that. And I don't really have the time or patience to do that. So again, and the whole reason I even considered recording this and I saved this recording was for the side stories. Do I have sound on? Oh, there's just no sound on this page anyway. So, okay, you can hear. So it's actually legit like browser sounds. Like you can like hear this. And then yeah, you have all the yeah, so you can see it's legit like basically a browser. But again, the whole reason I'm doing this is for the side stories to begin with, right? I've not heard anything, like I've shut off. So like literally going into this, I didn't know anything. Going into these side stories, I don't know anything. I've heard that some people were disappointed, but I heard that some people say that they were good. So I don't know. Like, I guess we'll see. But this is why I've decided to record this and I've been saving it. So without further ado, I guess let's just get in it. I'm not sure if there's an order, but I'll probably just go in order because that's what makes sense to me at least. So I mean, there could be like an order different from just top to bottom. Like it could be like, oh, play these in this order, right? But again, right, I wouldn't know. So it's like to me, it just makes most sense to play in order. So let's see. Begin the side story, sure. Okay. We got new music. Okay, why is the music like this? Why is it like so intense? What is going on? Why is it flashing images? Oh, the music's actually loud as fuck. There we go. This is a new CG. I better get this on my fucking the fuck is going on upstairs? Okay, here's the club room. Is this new? It's a bit dimmer. Yeah, hold on. The day's going by. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Hold on. Why can't I save? How long are these side stories? That also raised that question because I didn't know how long these were. The fact that we can't save makes it seem like it's probably going to be short. So I actually need to get through this to get it done. And okay, so hold on. Jesus Christ, what's going on? Yeah, because we can't do any of these. So we can go a history though. Skip auto. Oh, wait. Hold on. I thought it had a skip unseen text. No. Don't skip unseen text. So okay, yeah, that's don't do that. Okay. I just want to make sure these were right. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to this. I completely missed. Okay, everyone, Literature Club is starting. Let's all see and take attendance. So attendance, bitch, there's only 5 fucking people. Like that's at that point, it's mental attendance. I missed debate club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? Feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. So wow, so hold on. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica's the only member of the Literature Club. The days that passed, all our efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Like, listen, okay, like not to roast Monica here, right? But there's kind of a baseline that needs to be met. If you have literally 0 people, like, why are you practicing your line to take attendance? Right? Like that is like being realistic, you need like 10 plus people in order to actually like do this. Like if it's like any less, like if it's like the 5 people in the base game, it's like you're not taking attendance, right? It's like it's just whoever's here is here and whoever's not, right? Like you keep mental track of that. Like you're not going to be like, okay, everyone take a seat. Like that's like some debate club shit. I was never in debate club. I don't know if they actually did that or if they took it that seriously, but it's like, come on. Like if anything, because why are you even here? Like, why are you even in the club room practicing if you have no members? Right? Like that's something where just plaster that shit all over the school, right? And then like put out your contact info. So obviously you can put the room number in, but then you're just sitting here with nothing. So like put out your contact info. Then they'll message you being, oh, I'm interested, right? When's the meeting time or where we meet? Then you answer that. Then you have a guarantee that at least whoever's showing up, right? As opposed to now where you have literally no one and you're practicing attendance for which would be needed. Like you are going about this wrong. Like that's kind of my point. Monica glanced at one of her flyers. Why is it not posted up? The headlines, do you like literature? Okay, that's the first thing. That's the first thing. You are going about wrong. Because again, the answer for like the bulk majority, like the answer for like 80% of people is going to be no. So that's like, this is really something where and this is like, I talked about this in terms of like, I'm pretty sure it was like Longer Roads. Funny enough, I got the page out for that because that's the one that I originally started keeping track of. And then I wrote a ton of other crap on it. But again, that's something to where it's like, again, like I talked about how being like, I'm not even sure if it was idealist, but just like kind of it's not even like perfectionist, but like if you're like Monica and you're like stressed, I guess like pressure to be like perfect, right? That's something to where like in the pursuit of that, right? You can lose kind of like, again, like basically like you're being idealist, right? Like you would assume that the answer would be yeah, but again, in reality, it's no. So that's something we need to appeal to people in other way, like tit for tat kind of thing. That's why the whole cupcakes thing actually ends up working out because what'll most likely happen is because people they don't like it, or at least they don't think they do. But if you can entice them with some other thing, and then when they're there, make them realize that, oh, this could actually be interesting. This isn't that bad. Then you got them, as opposed to just like this, where it's like just immediate turn off. Maybe nobody's into literature enough. Pick it up over our club interest. You answered your own question there. Can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision of, okay, now that's super idealistic. What kind of vision? A vision of fucking like that's why the whole food thing, like it works. Like just saying it works. Monica rests on her head, steep in thought. Are we in like a third person? Like who's narrating this? Unfortunately, realize it. The recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. I guarantee she's gonna wake up and Sayori's just gonna be there. Like it's gonna be the same exact image as what happened with the MC. Damn, don't stay up too late then. Why are you staying up too late? You quit the debate club. It's so quiet. The noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Like, I don't know, just okay, sleep time. I guarantee Sayori's gonna wake us up. Bet it happens right now. Sayori's face vision fills the screen. Okay, thanks, Sayori. Hello? Damn. It's like I can barely see. Why are we getting like new music? A voice caused Monica to snap away. It's like, who the hell are you? Like, go away, I'm resting. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I never do this. Well, you know, oh, hold on, it's actually a remix. You never do this because no one showed up before. So this is literally a first. Is this a napping club? So that's where Sayori got that line from. This is actually, yes, it is. Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. It's like, no, this is debate club. This is the literature club. Yeah, I thought I got it wrong for a second. No, it is actually napping club though. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional. It was like I mean, here's the thing though, because you need to be realistic, right? And you need to be understanding. Because here's the thing, the fact that, because some people, if they walk in, see you napping, they're just gonna leave, right? But the fact that she actually stuck around and like actually woke you up with like the repercussions of like either being wrong and they just woke up someone who was sleeping, or and then also just them being pissed anyway because you woke them up. Like you need to realize like this kind of like the fact that you're having this conversation is like you shouldn't be like super concerned, right? Don't apologize. I do that all the time. And yeah, there's that. So damn, Miss Clubmian, where is everyone? That's the thing. You're the first. And that's how she gets automatic VP, because she was the first. Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? And you if you join. But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. In fact, we just got one more right now. Hold on a sec. It's just you. That means I get to be vice president. Okay. First thing, right? Since when do these clubs have like automatic established presence? I need to like get through this. I'm taking too long because I can't save. There's that. Second off, it's like just because there's but again, like obviously that was in like joking fashion, right? And it ended up happening too. But again, if she's smart, right? She's looking at the power side of it, right? Wait, vice president, what are your qualifications? I'm literally the only other person here. Like there are none. Well, I'm better at napping than you. It's like there's literally none needed because I'm the only other person. So it's by default. Maybe I should be president. Damn, that's crazy. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like it's not that serious. Like, what was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard in this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken. Man, shut the fuck up. Like, but okay, to be fair, right, that there is that portion, but it's also kind of like you need to recognize like she even offered. I would have been like, hell yeah, you can be vice president. Now help me try to get more members, right? Like instead of pushing away but again, that gets into the whole like again that discussion. Like, and I bring up Longer Oats because Longer Oats did such a good idea of like sort of portraying Monica's character, right? Like it did such a good job of that because all the other mods, like Another Moment with You, Monica Route, not in existence yet. Other mods, right, didn't do a good job. So it's something where like Longer Roads did such a good job. So that's why I always kind of compare everything to. Like it did such a good job portraying Monica's character in this sort of nature. And we're like, again, like this perfectionist nature to where it's like, rather than in this case, rather than recognizing a potential member being like, hell yeah, you can be vice president. Now help me try to recruit members. Instead, it's like almost an attack on our character. Like, because again, she's being pressured so much to being like that perfectionist, right? Cares so much about this. I just want to find out people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious. That's all. And again, it's the opposites collide, right? But they also, again, opposites collide or combine, right? You know, it's something where it's like it's the perfect like opposition for her nature. Didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president. I would make terrible vice president. Well, now she's like, well, damn, you don't have a choice now. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. Well, thanks for telling us, narrator. I didn't know this was their first meeting. I'm sorry this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Well, no. Damn, she's like, no, I don't want you to join your club. I want to, oh, all right. I'd be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, but really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Because again, we know Sayori's, because she was kind of in probably a similar boat to the MC, to where she hasn't really been involved in anything, but she actually had the will, even dealing with her depression. She had the will to actually like seek out and find a club. And this is just the first thing that stuck. So as I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing. You should be proud of it, you know. So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. Nothing else, I'm good at that. So honestly, I could have possibly say no to that. Well, you literally can't because you don't have members. It's really sweet of you. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. It's like, Monica, that's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. I glanced at this flyer on desk and realized there's names already written on it. It's like, damn. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late. It's like, damn, time to go home. We can go home and try and come up with new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision. Damn. She's like, just try food. I guarantee you that was Sayori's idea. You know, like a mission. I guarantee, like she's talking about like mission statements and stuff. Sayori's gonna be like, just use food, like unironically. My mission is to make everyone happy. Damn, that's easy. Haha. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? No, I hate them. I guess so. It's like fucking because like there are some countries where like because like hug would be a normal greeting, right? Like in like let's say America, right? But in some of our countries it's like a kissing, like that's like the whole European thing. But it's like where you do it on each side of the face. So it's something where like that would make sense. And then that gets into the whole debate: is this game in America, Japan? Doesn't even fucking matter. Japan, I don't even know. They just bow, right? Sayori suddenly pulls Monica a friendly hug, then let's go. As opposed to an unfriendly one. Some people can just really use a hug sometime, like the backbreaker, like the Yujiro Hanma special. Sayori whispers loudly. What do you mean whispers loudly? So talking. Hug energy is what keeps me at my best. See, hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found our club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Guarantee you Sayori's the one who came up with the food idea. It makes perfect sense. Okay, we're going home tonight, right? Next day, damn. A day passes. Time comes for a literature club. Monica and Sayori reconvene. I better fucking, what's it called? I better finish this because I literally can't save it, so I have to. Surprisingly, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive. I guarantee you Sayori's going to be late anyway. It's only two people. This kind of goes, and again, this all plays into that, right? You know, longer runs, like how she is portrayed with like the perfectionist nature. This is kind of what that's playing into. But again, you have to realize that like it's not that serious, right? Like that's too like it. Like that's like very idealistic, I'd say, as opposed to realistic. That would be a good way, because I don't think I had really terms to describe it. When I was playing through, I would just talk about like again, or for like the pressure, right, to be perfect, right? Ultimately, right? Like it's focused. I was focusing more on the image of the facade, right, of her needing to portray herself that way. But then when you like take a deeper look, right, in fact, it's imperfect, right, to where by trying to achieve perfection, you also assume perfection the other way around, right? But again, like that'd be idealistic versus realistic. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected, so she was late again. Like I said, like you need to know, and again, in being that, that's something where like you can be perfect, but as a perfect person, that doesn't make you a perfect leader. You need to know who you're dealing with, and if you're so focused on upholding your own image, your own like sort of your own image, your own what would you call it, veil of perfection, right? That's something where you may again not understand who you're dealing with, who you're working with as a result. So maybe Sierra changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday, but I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly Sierra comes bounding through her door. Damn, like busts through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. It's like, sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sierra spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet on Monica's desk. I guarantee it says food. It literally just says the words food, like the word food. Oh, what's this? Oh, wait, what the fuck? It's an actual poem? Hold on. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland, caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints, climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you trust me, follow your pace. I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me, lend you a smile. I'll trust you to return. Take my hand, let me forward, take me to your dreamland. So this poem, wow. So now we can't just click off screen anymore. We have to click this continue button. I thought it was literally just going to say food, and that's the answer. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side. I bet it says food, huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for career new members. Food. Also, this is what you meant to show me. I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but so I guess that's where that came from. That's where that started from. It was the fucking Sayori's just random poem that she didn't mean to show. Sure, not anywhere as near as good as you are. She's like, Monica's like, I don't even fucking write poetry. I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I never read anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again after a week I write, and I'm like, wow, it's so stupid. And again, that goes into like, again, trying to maintain that image, maintain that status of perfection, right? Like, there's, again, being like unsatisfied. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me. Doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be or something like that. Again, right, in terms of that, like that perfectionist nature, perfectionist image. Show more confidence in yourself. You're a large club person. I guess you're not wrong there. I mean, I need to set like a good example or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? The poetry sharing. You know, like sharing poems you're writing, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I love that. It's such a good way to learn about our people, you know. It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to our people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. You still need to work on recruitment. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. Felt embarrassed first, but now it kind of feels good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. How many more are there? But what's the other side say? Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstorm's so hard. It's like a brain hurricane. Damn, like that's not that. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Like my brain's a natural. Is that a good thing? See where that's why I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. Literally food. That's exactly what I said it would be. Food. Like literally. That's it. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, where would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? Like when they join, you know, like when they come into the club. Like, what if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, but because you get those people and then you weed them out from there on out, right? Because people are going to come in. There are inevitably going to be some people coming for the cupcakes and be like, nice knowing y'all, but I'm going to head out. But within the people who come in for that, there will be some who inevitably who will be interested, who you may not get otherwise. Wrong kinds, people who would come just for cupcakes and leave. Nobody would want to do that. That would be mean. But, you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see. Next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I guess that's how they recruit Yuri, probably. Going around school and finding people who are reading books, you know. Give them morning or during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, when most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How do we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, you could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. That's probably how they get Yuri, though. Don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. On your next idea is hand out flyers rather than just put them on the wall. Literally just like walk up to someone. Here's all my info. It's like start handing out business cards. Definitely like start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. And that's where Yuri's like, I'm useless line comes in. I just need to think, what would we tell people as you're handing them out? Just don't even tell them anything. Be like, here, read this at the end of the day. I don't want it to be like, join the Literature Club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? Yeah, well, I mean, the poetry sharing, like that's the main one. And then the cupcakes too. Vision for the club. Okay, so pretend you're an old person for a second. That was low-key, that was like an insult. But like, where is this even going? Like, one, not only is that like low-key an insult, but two, like, where's this going? Wait, I didn't mean it like that. That's what I'm like, You know, like a random pass prize, gain a flyer. How'd you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. It's like, bitch, I can barely read. I'm joining the anime. And then she's definitely imitating the MC there. She's definitely imitating the MC. She's definitely mocking him there. It's like, oh, bitch, I barely read. What the heck? Sorry. I was just thinking of a friend of mine, literally the MC. Okay, well, if I said like we do group readings and discuss it together, I'd probably nap through that. Okay, like just being, unless it's your turn to read, then you get woken up. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound like fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? Ugh, this sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? What kind of what I said about the poem earlier? I think gives you a chance to express yourself. Like express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get shared, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. So it's like intimacy. How do you get that across to people? It's like, you know, like again, it's that it ties in the fact with like it's a closely knit group. Like it's a small group of only like what? Because obviously if it was like debate club size, right? Like however many fucking people's in there. What's it called? Like again, that would be just too many, right? But if you have a closely knit like group of people, right? Like a small group of people, right? It's more like a friend group than anything. Right? You know, that's you can like capitalize on that. You can actually do that. You can be like, express your true self. It's like, Mitch, that's they say that makes it seem like they're not their true self. Be intimate with us, or that. Like honestly, that could work. You get some that would pull the MCs in of the world in. Like they would you would start pulling from that group. It works, right? Okay, that's kind of just can't. Oh, unless or am I? Is oh my gosh, that would pull in the like she's realizing that would pull in like the MCs of the world, right? Like you would start pulling from those, which again, that's still people, that's still recruitment. What is it? I forgot all my things. Like I must have gone, but how did she have the piece of paper? Did she literally just have that and nothing else? Must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Damn, hopefully it's not closed. One time I left like a poster board like for a project in a classroom and then it like closed and I'm like, I couldn't get until like the next day. Rushed, but weren't never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget it if I don't do it now. Yeah, it's like rushed, you were already late. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it only takes seconds. So you were dashed out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts drawing her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No, it's like be intimate with us. Write your heart out. Or bitch, my heart should stay in my body. No, right into your heart. What's like the what was the line she used during your reality? It's like, if I can't write my way into your heart, write the way, literally that. Join the literature club, write the way into your heart. It's like join or die. Fucking wow, that's lame. How Monica, how the hell did she get back so quick? Is the door locked? You startled me. Sorry, but something important. On the way to my classroom, there's a girl reading a book. Bitch, she's like, join. It's fucking Yuri. I guarantee it. Reading a book. Let's hurry and recruit her. It's like, damn. We'll be taking this book from you. Come, you can pick it up in this club room. Wait, are you sure she's not doing homework? I can tell she's really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. I grabs one of her flyers and stands at front desk. The two departed classroom with Sayori leading the way. Damn, where are we now? Oh, we're literally just in this hallway. This way. It's literally going to be Yuri. You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See and hear. Bitch, they're actually like stalking her. Sure enough, this girl staying alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You are. Like, you should go inside and talk to her. Like, Sayori just pushes her in. Me? You're the president. I'd probably scare her away. It's yeah, that's true. like that's true. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Kid takes a deep breath, intimately enters the classroom. Just like kicks the door open. Like, damn, we're not even in the class. Okay, bitch, we're out. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so this was after the meeting. Why? What happened? I mean, okay, one negative, one con, like one suggestion. I was actually really looking forward to seeing that interaction between Maka and, again, presumably Yuri. But obviously they didn't show it. Like that could have been something they could have showed it. They already have a classroom CG for a different classroom. Again, not only the one the MC was in, but the one that or before he joined the club, but the one he was in with Sayori when he spends time with her anyway. So they could have used that CG if they didn't want to make new ones and then show them interaction between Maka and Yuri and Dara. I'm pretty sure that's the one that happens in Brand New Day, but I guess we'll see. While I entered the classroom, she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and walked out. For real? Like, you serious? I mean, come on. Like, I mean, seriously? Because not only, like, A, that assumes that, okay, so there's, like, a lot of things up here. One, that's definitely Yuri. Two, there's no way she didn't notice you coming. Even if she didn't, right? She would notice you put the flyer on her desk. 3, why would you just do that? And then, because let's say you do that, and then she looks up and she's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what's your game plan? Like, you just leave? Aha. It's kind of cute. It's like, but I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back. She's going to like see that and like be like, how the hell did this get here? The two head back to the club room. Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monka still feeling a little bit embarrassed by the counter. Damn, thanks, narrator. I couldn't tell. Upon returning, Monka and Sayori. Is this different? Let's see, strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. Going through Sayori's list with Monka coming up with ideas of her own. The two end in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I'd say that today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. Can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori appears to chief people Mako's joined on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the Literature Club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute. Aha. Thought it was a little over dramatic, but Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I ain't tough from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Again, that builds into that whole, and again, right? Because obviously, like, in case you didn't know, I'm Monica, right? Like, I have MS. Like, I've had for like, what, 3+ years now? Jesus Christ. But and she's my favorite one. But again, it's something to where, like still, because, like, obviously, until you play, like, when you play the original game, right? It's, like, actually, like, a story. And then, like, when you, it's kind of, when you played that, like, it kind of detracts from it a bit. Like, you detract from, like, the story. But obviously, when you play more story-based mods, like, even True Monica had a specific role, like, until she got, like, I guess, you know, taken over by whatever entity or whatever, right? When we fucked that up. But Longer Road specifically, when it comes to Monica's story and portraying her character, again, I'm always going to bring it up because it did such a good job of it. Like, it delves into this specifically, right? Again, into that perfectionist like mindset, maintain like a perfect appearance, perfect like image, right? And then again, failing to like basically like, or what would you call it? Like fearing to fail pretty much, right? And then not only being afraid of failing, but also in terms of like, because you spend so much time maintaining that image, that appearance, right? You don't really get to know others. So you don't really know others, know how to interact, know how to lead them. Like, you can be a perfect person or even the perfect follower, but that doesn't make you a perfect leader, right? So, and then again, that gets into the whole, now I'm bringing up the point of being like an idealist versus a realist. And so you're always like kind of the perfect counter to like Monica's personality. Yeah, but would you call yourself perfectionist? Literally using that term. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have the idea in my head of how I want things to go. It's like I can't accept anything less than that. Again, idealist versus realist. I think in the end, it helps you try my hardest to anything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity of making it exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of deviating from that. The vision. Like, just go with the flow. What's the vision? It's Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. Just want everyone to Monica trails off. To be happy, like Sayori said. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against a sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think I know what you're trying to do is make the club that you need the most out of everyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course, but I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a while, lost in thought. The only sound is the whisper of the air conditioner. The only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the clubs. And then Yuri walks in the classroom like, I think someone forgot this sheet of paper on my desk. Sayori breaks someone with a big yawn. Damn, you tired? Time to go home. You tell me you're the president. Go talk to the other girls, Yuri. In that case, today's meeting's officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. Need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's all right. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically. Good luck. Monica smiles and waits in return. Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she sighs. It was something she probably needed about right now. And again, narrating third person. Club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just want to start a club with more passion. But again, that gets into your whole, again, because if you're a perfectionist, whatever you do is going to be idealist in nature, right? And that goes into this, right? People aren't going to join a club for that, right? That's kind of the issue. And that gets into, again, you need kind of that realist nature, that realist personality, energy to kind of counteract and bring like a perfectionist idealist down to level, down to like the real world. So down to ground level. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. And again, right, that goes with Sayori, just making people happy, going with the flow. because it's the window that a real person inside of us, underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. And again, this all ties in the longer roads. Like this is exactly how longer roads portrayed it. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices his folder on the floor by our desk. Is that Sayori's folder? Or are I was going to be like, is that Yuri's? Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Well, damn, narrator. I couldn't have assumed that she would have fucking done that anyway, because I know I would have done that in that situation. Like, I'd be like, damn, I'm going to look through all our shit, right? Poems. It's a folder. Wow, actually, it's Become the Flower. Damn, how many poems is it going to be? A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers. Slowly they just grew for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment. Yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Every day, pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower scent alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, free of vines, clinging roots. Caress the final joyous moment before my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. The field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. Fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that's why I've decided I must become the flower. And again, this is her saying that she needs to be selfless to the point of self-degradation, right? That ultimately she can't be selfish in ensuring her own happiness. She needs to be selfless, ensure others, even at the cost of her own. And this again goes into the whole Sayori thing. So it definitely seems like these side stories, or at least this one, seems to be kind of like a glimpse, like surface level look at kind of the characters, right? Definitely character centric. And especially seeing these interactions between them that we wouldn't see otherwise because we were locked in the POV of the MC, right? So, but again, it's also interesting because the reason I bring this up was because of again, Longer Roads, because again, that was the one that does such a good job of portraying Monica. There are a lot of mods that do Sayori well. In fact, she probably has the most mods that do it well. So that's something where, yeah, most of the mods like take this direction, this portrayal with Sayori. But yeah, I was just interested in like Monica with Longer Roads because that's like the one that does a really good job with Monica and seeing like the whole perfectionist nature, like again, leading to that idealist outlook. And then again, someone like Sayori who has this like very much a what would you call it, like realist outlook, right? And again, even if it means self-degradation. So continue. What the? Wait, Sayori. Wait, why is this kind of black? Okay, we done? I wanted to read the rest because apparently there were a ton. And we should have access. Yeah, we have. But again, here's the thing. And I guess that's probably where Monica figures out about her depression, right? And again, and what I was going to bring up, and now this is actually a good time to bring up because it's been about an hour. So I'm not going to start the next part just yet. I'm going to end it here. But one thing I was going to bring up as well is like, and I guess the main, because obviously we can talk about like the characters and stuff, right? Yeah, we can talk about like we can talk about like the characters and stuff. We can talk about like their personalities, like a surface level glimpse, delve into their character traits, right? Their personalities, right? I talked about Monica with Longer Roads, that perfectionist nature, right? Yeah, and then ultimately how the pressure to maintain that image, maintain that appearance, right? Like you can ultimately, even assuming you can satisfy yourself, like just because you're a perfect person doesn't necessarily mean you're a perfect leader or even a perfect follower. So that's something where like in pursuing that perfection, right, you may lose the ability to kind of understand others. And that's something we saw with Monica and Longer Road. She wasn't really able to understand her club members. And then also, obviously, then that's also, this is new, something I'm adding, because I'm seeing this in real life now. But again, you have this sort of idealist, you have this idealist attitude or outlook, right? Which, again, obviously just is idealist in nature. But you need, again, someone who's like realist to bring that down to ground level in the terms of Sayori. But obviously, her realist like outlook is it's overly realist, right? Where she's realizing she's seeing the world as sort of like a what would you call it? Like opportunity cost, kind of like she's seeing it as a she's seeing it more so in terms of like limited. It's like the fucking what would you call it? It's like what is it called? Like it's the tragedy of the commons like dilemma type thing, where it's a realist in nature, it's limited, but you can take as much as you want. But again, that's something where like she realizes that oh, she's having this crisis and that she must be the one who, again, is selfless in terms of offering others happiness, even if it comes at her own, and she must not be selfish and take that. And again, that leads into her with the MC, right? But again, besides that, the one other thing that's interesting, and the one other question we have besides all that character stuff, is at this point, because clearly we have a time frame now for when this is taking place, but at this point, is Monica sentient? That raises that question. Is she sentient at this point? And if so, clearly, because she hasn't met the MC yet, she wouldn't have start tamping with the characters. And this seems to be when she learns about Sayori's like depression, because that poem was very straightforward, right? Again, very blunt, very realist. Like I said, so clearly that's what sort of tips her off to Sayori's condition. But again, is she sentient at this point in time? That raises that question. Clearly, she hasn't manipulated, because she literally just met Sayori. So she hasn't been manipulating her character traits files yet, whatnot, right? But is she sentient? And I'm leaning more towards no. Maybe as the side stories go on, maybe during one, we can like specifically, like, let's say which, again, the one between maybe Monica and Yuri, maybe, because these are between all the various characters, right? Again, they're like focused on the interaction between two characters, right? So that's something to where it's like maybe like, let's say during this one or maybe during this one, right? She learns of that. And I guess we wouldn't know otherwise. But again, right? That's something to where it's like, again, I guess we'll see. My guess is no, maybe she's on the verge. But again, since she just met Sayori, right? It wouldn't be something to where she would have acted on it, at least as of now anyway. But because she's only now just being tipped off about it. But again, I'd say that was fairly interesting. About what I expected. The only things being, I wish they wouldn't narrate as much, right? A few things, right? Because I think it's definitely a positive showing these as side stories. Because one of the big things we miss in the original game is the interaction between these characters, because we're stuck to the POV of the MC. So definitely good that we're getting to see the interaction between these characters. So yeah, that's something to where like, yeah, again, right? This was the one thing we missed in the main game. So it's definitely good that they did the side stories with these interactions between these characters, right? Even if there is a narrator, because it is kind of annoying to see them narrate everything. I think it's narrating too much. But again, it's still good that we're able to see that and we're able to get this interaction between these characters. And then again, the second thing being, so that was the one thing I brought up. And then the second thing being, again, I feel like that was a missed interaction with Yuri. But again, it kind of makes sense because this one's focused on Monica and Sayori. But it would just be interesting to at least see the sequence of Monica going in, leaving the flyer on the desk and then leaving. And then, yeah, but besides that, and then the third thing being probably, I feel like the new music was nice, but I wish we could use some more new CGs. We only saw the one, which should be in pictures. So again, so we got the Sayori and the Monica one. So we are getting more there. Wow, we actually got these poems too, huh? Wow, so yeah, there's only two left here. And then we have wow, I'm surprised. Or yeah, here's the CG. But where's the one in the hallway? I guess I don't know. We haven't seen that one yet. And then, yeah, we haven't seen these sketches yet. So, yeah, but again, all right, I'm going to end it there. Or we got new music, right? So, yeah, here's all the new stuff. So everything after Your Reality is from the side stories. And then we have new mail. Damn, side stories. Okay, let's see. Thank you to everyone who worked. Okay, so December 8th. So that was the day before this one. And this is from Ree. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard in the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious must have been to do so delicately to hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Let's see, just clarify. All the recordings disabled side stories are part of the control simulation. I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here and there. Differ a bit from those in VM1. Even trivial ones. This is a part of the butterfly focus from some of Monica's more fundamental changes just a result from her messing around with the art characters in VM1 as her own experiment. So in Q-Check, we have like, what, 5 different universes total, 3 or 4 of them created and destroyed by Monica, of course. So because I keep on wanting to speculate which ones. Okay, so, and again, so this actually kind of portrays a really good picture. So, because I was thinking it was more meta in the sense that, you know, this fucking, what's our data collection? 65? it was more meta in the sense of like the metaverse, basically the browser, the base, right? Collecting info from us, basically. With the old data, fuck. I actually didn't mean to do that. Let's boot it up again. Damn it. I guess this is good time. I can see, I can show. Yes, this is what it looks like. It goes to here. This is what we see. But it seems to be more so like, rather than, was it supposed to make that noise? I don't know. Log in, because I want to see this. It seems to be, because again, I was thinking it was more so meta in terms of us, right? In terms of them using the browser, like for stealing our data and having like malicious, and using it for like malicious content as a result. So, but again, besides that, it's like from this, it seems to be more so that like VM, I don't know what the fuck VM stands for. Have we seen VM before? Like Ravi, like, have we seen VM before? Like at all? Like, have we seen that? What's it called? I'm not sure if we've seen that. That what's it called? That Jesus Christ, what would you call it? I'm not sure if we've seen that. Or VM2. All right. Let's see. VM2. The fuck does VM stand for? So we have seen a VM before in test. So yeah, and then hold on, what about a system? So yeah, so here's all this crap, but again, we can't actually open any of that. So, but again, that's something like, no, we haven't seen VM before, so I don't know what VM stands for. Like, I actually don't know what that could stand for. Like maybe virtual something, virtual machine. I don't know, virtual, like, yeah, but what this seems to be more so like, what this is basically directly saying is that basically, again, rather than it being the meta portion being, again, them using like, from us using the browsers kind of base to play these, them gain like info or data from us and then using it for their own nefarious malicious needs. It seems to be them like directly running it as kind of like a simulation. So instead of it being towards us, it's towards, again, the side stores or DDLC. So there, that kind of shows that, again, like, what's it called? Like, as it's not, because again, obviously there's like meta aspects to the game that, again, even in the original base DDLC that Maka did, right? That was the whole Act 2, 3, 4, right? Whatever. But this kind of shows that, again, what was enabling that, or what is enabling that to even be able to occur and take place to begin with, right? Is, again, this VM stuff. It's more so like we should look at it more as like a simulation, rather than like, that's, I mean, they even say simulation here, right? But that's just what it seems like. I don't know, like, yeah, that seems to be what it, I mean, yeah, control simulation. So still don't know what VM stands for, but again, it's like, but yeah, that's something in terms, yeah, it's being ran more as a simulation rather than like a game. So all the meta aspects are as a result from not only the fact that it's a simulation rather than a game, but also the fact that, again, she has like these elevated permissions, right? And then we have these like VMs. So it's like, yeah, with like the butterfly effect, and then creating new universes with like the different acts, right? And we have like 5 in total. And then 3 and 4 being what, like Act 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then, or I guess Act 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th being, yeah, so whatever, right? This is beyond me. I assume we'll get more mail as we do more side stories, right? But this says 12:06 a.m., but it's 2 years ago, and this is after this. I'm on leave. Contact Ravi, and this is Reese, someone completely different, fucking different, right? So, but again, so that actually is kind of interesting. So that gives us more info on the original base game. But again, that's something to where it's like, that is very interesting. On top of seeing like, I think this is actually really good, because I did think, I heard that some people were disappointed. I think it's, even if, again, there's the issues of like the narration, lack of CGs, I guess those would be the 2 big ones. I'm saying, like, we have the custom music, we have new music, but we don't have new CGs. And again, the narration is like a bit much, like it should be more so focused on their interactions. But again, that's something where it's still nice we're able to see these interactions, because those were the ones we're missing. And on top of that, we're getting more info about the original base. But again, I'm going to end it here. Don't have anything else to say, but it is definitely interesting seeing that. So yeah, I've got nothing else. In the next part, we'll do the second part of this side story, hopefully able to actually get through it. Maybe even the start of, maybe we can even do this one as well, but I guess we'll see. So Yep. That's it for today, I guess. Got nothing else. Yep. That's it for this one. See you in the next one.